Hello student. In today's session, we start new article from 12th standard current electricity and it is potentiometer. Now what is potentiometer? The name suggests potentiometer means it is used to measure potential difference. We can measure potential difference by using this device. So we can measure a potential by using voltmeter also. So potentiometer is an ideal voltmeter that you remember. Now let's see the principle of the potentiometer. So the potentiometer having a principle. This potential across the wire is directly proportional to the length of the wire. This is the principle. Now let me prove this principle. So we consider a wire AB whose length is L, resistance R, and cross-sectional area A. So we consider this is a wire AB. Now this is a battery whose EMF is E. This is R. Then here it's a length of wire AC is small l, length of the wire AB is capital L. Now current flowing through this wire AB. By Ohm's law to the complete circuit, we can write current is equal to E upon R plus R. You can see this formula. So this is a current flowing through the wire AB. Now after that, potential difference across AB. By Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So potential difference we are considering across AB. So V subscript AB I written here, IR. Now I we can write by using this formula E upon R plus R, and this capital R as it is in this formula. Now after that, the potential difference per unit length of the wire we have to write. Means potential difference divided by the length. So I can write VAB divided by length is capital L. So to this side also divide by L. Means we divide LHS and RHS by capital L. But here you remember one thing here. This V by L, this term is a constant. Let me name this as a potential gradient. So potential per unit length is called as potential gradient. We represent potential gradient by K. So we get here, if this is a constant, we can say that V by L is equal to K and K is constant. So V is equal to K into L. So K is a constant. So V proportional to L we can write. So V proportional to L. When we are talking about a wire AC, so smaller portion, that time also we can write VAC is equal to this constant is K and the length of the wire AC is a small l. So small l we can write. So we can write here VAC proportional to L, and this is the working principle of the potentiometer. Means potential difference across the ends of the wire, any two ends of the wire, is directly proportional to its length. Now based on this potentiometer working principle, we have to learn 3 experiments. So first experiment having a 2 subtypes, and in that we have to measure EMF. So you can see the use of potentiometer. In that, the first one is to compare EMF of cells. Now in that method 1, the same we can compare by using 2 methods. Means we are comparing the EMF of the cell by individual method and the sum and difference method. The first we learn the method 1. Individual cell means we are using cell individually and then we are taking readings. You can see here the circuit diagram is as shown below. So whenever you are drawing a diagram, you remember this part is different, that much part. Except this part, whatever the highlighted part, except that highlighted part, everything is common for the next 2 articles. Means we have to show this is a wire A, B. So this is a point B. Then we have to show here a battery or a cell with EMF E, then key, and then rheostat. This part is same. As well as we can join galvanometer here, and this galvanometer is connected to the jockey. Jockey means the metal contactor. That much portion is same in all the articles related to the potentiometer. So remember one thing here. So when your question is asked, you note one thing, this part is common in all the article. You remember this one. Now, whatever the part we have to draw here, that much part only you have to remember. Now let's see for individual cell method. You can see here this part. So this is a plus, this is minus. This is second battery E2 plus and this is minus. So this is a driving cell plus and minus. Now, so you can see here E1, E2, these are the cells, K1, K2 keys, G is a galvanometer, etc. Now the first thing. So you remember one thing here. So first, we have to connect cell E1 because it's the individual cell method. The name is individual cell. So individual cell method. So individually we have to connect the cell. So cell E1 in the gap 1 of the key, gap 1 of key K1 is closed. So we have to connect this cell E1 to the galvanometer. So we have to close this key. You can see K1. So when we close this key, this cell E1 is connected to the galvanometer and K2 is open that time, that you note. And then we have to find out the point on the wire such that this galvanometer is showing zero deflection. So when we get such point, then the length A to that point we have to measure. So let me name that L. So L1, L2 you can name it. So let I name it L1. So when we connect cell E1, that time length L1. Then as we get L1, what galvanometer is showing zero deflection. It means that this EMF E1, we connected E1 and we find out the balancing point. It means that E1 balances this potential difference. So I can write like this way also. So E1 is equal to potential difference across this wire A, let I name this point P, AP. So you know that potential difference across wire AP is equal to what? K into L1. So just we learn the principle. So we get this point, equation number 1. So how we get this one? Because here galvanometer is showing zero deflection, it means that this cell of EMF E1 balances this potential difference across AP. So E1 is equal to VAP. So E1 is equal to KL1, equation number 1. So here it is written directly, you can see. Now similarly, now it's an individual cell. Now we have to remove this K. We have to remove this key K1. And then after that, we have to connect this key, means we have to close this key K2. And K1 is open. And this battery of EMF E2 is connected to this galvanometer. And then again, the point we have to find out point P in such a way that galvanometer shows zero deflection. Now let me name this point, this length as L2. This length L2 should be measured. As we get length L2, we can write here this EMF across, means EMF E2 balances potential across this AP. And you know that by the principle of potentiometer, we can write VAP is equal to KL2. So this is equation number 2. So we get equation 2. You can see here it is written directly here. So this is equation 2. Now after that, why we have to process this equation. So dividing equation 1 by 2. So we get E1 by E2 is equal to, so this 1 divided by 2. So K is common here. So K get cancelled. So we get E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2. And by using this, we can compare the EMF of two cells. Compare means taking a ratio, that you remember. So means this EMF E1 and E2 we compared by using a potentiometer. So in your practical syllabus, you have to do this experiment. So you try to remember this article very well. So this is a theory part, but you have to do actually a comparison of two cells by using this formula. So E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2. Now after that, method 2. Now method 2 is EMF comparison by sum and difference method.